Yo, what's poppin', everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you are in the world. This is your boy, That's the King, and I'm back again with another video. As you can see in the title, I want to talk about 3 things that the devil, the enemy, the adversary, whoever you want to call it, wants to take away from you. These are 3 things that are not that he not only wants to take away from, from believers, but even if you don't believe in this, even if you don't believe in the God I believe in, even if you don't believe in the devil, these are still 3 essential things that every human needs in their life to, to survive and to live well. So yeah, I want to talk about 3 things that he wants to take away. And I hope this touches someone and reaches someone out there to consider these things and to guard these things in their life. So again, this is your boy, That's the King. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider giving me a like. Please consider subscribing to my channel and leaving a comment below on your thoughts on this video. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, the one thing that the devil or the enemy wants to take away from you is your peace. He wants to take your peace away. Jesus Christ is the Prince of Peace. He is the King of Peace, and those who are in Him will have peace that that the world don't understand. And the devil, he knows that, and he doesn't want you to live in any sort of peace. He wants you to be stressed. He wants you to worry. He wants all these other things to bother you in your life that you can't even control. You can't even control, half the things that you worry about. But the enemy wants to have you believe that all these things are just crushing you, man. He wants to disturb you in everything that you do, no matter what it is. He wants to disturb you at work. He wants to disturb you when you're at the gym. He wants to disturb you when you're just sitting down, not bothering anybody. The enemy wants to take away your peace, and he wants to take away your stillness as well. He wants you always, well, I ain't gonna say he wants you always doing something, but he kind of does. If it's not going to bring you peace, he wants to give it to you, and he wants to provide that to you. So yeah, he wants to take that away. But God, he wants the opposite of that. He wants to give that to you. He wants to give you peace. He wants to give you a sound mind. He wants to give you a single mind. He wants to give you all these things that's going to do nothing but help you in life. It's going to do nothing but help you increase in life and all that. And of course, the enemy wants to do the opposite. He wants to take all that away from you, and we have to guard that, man. We have to guard our peace. We have to guard our minds. We have to guard all these things, all those good things, because everything that's good comes from God. And if it comes from God and it's good, the enemy is going to automatically want to take that away from us. So guard your peace, even when there's a whole lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, which it is. And it's a whole lot of reasons not to feel at peace, especially, man, when you just pay attention to what's going on in the world. There's a whole lot of reasons not to feel any peace at all. But man, just if you're in Jesus Christ, if you trust God, then He's going to provide that peace that surpasses all understanding. So yeah, the enemy wants to take away peace, but God will provide you with peace. And He'll even give you the means to guard your peace and to keep it. Okay? All right, so the number 2 thing that the enemy wants to take away, he wants to take away your joy. He wants to take away your joy. Man, when I wake up in the morning, I live here in Colorado Springs. Man, I look at the mountains. Man, I look at just nature. I never thought I would be the type to go hiking or anything like that. But man, like when I'm outside, when I'm exercising, when I'm doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when I'm just doing my thing, like I really have joy in all of that. I find joy. It's fun to me. I enjoy it. I love it. I love the people that I meet. I love all about it, man. Just recently, you know, I'm starting to appreciate the little things. The little things, man, like the color of the grass, you know, the green grass, the blue sky. And I just said, you know, the mountains, the birds, the butterflies, just nature. And I find joy in appreciating all that. I find joy in the relationships that I have, you know, and the things that I'm doing. Just doing videos like this, you know, it's I find meaning in it, and I find joy in it as well. And it's good. And just like I said a second ago, if it's good, the devil is going to try to take that away. He's going to try to take away joy from your life. And like I said about peace, you can find joy in whatever you do, but the enemy is going to try to trick you into thinking that there is no joy. You know, there is no peace. There is none of this. It's only fear and destruction, and it's only war and chaos, which is not true, man. It's not true. We joy just in the thought of the Lord as believers. We think about God and all what He created, and He created me, He created you. He has big plans for your future, for my future, and I think about that and I get happy. I find joy just in the thought of God, just in the thought of being with Him one day in eternity. And just, you know, starting eternity here on earth. Like a lot of people believe that, you know, heaven is for when you die, but no, man, heaven starts now. We can enjoy the fruits of heaven here on earth, you know, and that brings me joy, or it should, and it should bring you joy as well. But the thing is, like, the enemy knows that, and he wants to take your joy, man. And you may find yourself in a situation where there is no joy, where there's no reason to feel any joy. And that's when you have to remember, man. You have to remember the promises of God, you know, that He will preserve all those that love Him. I think it says that in Psalms somewhere. God will preserve all those that love Him. So, and that brings me joy, man. It brings me joy to think about that. Even though it's not easy to think about that all the time, though. It's not easy to be filled with peace. It's not easy to be filled with joy all the time. There's going to be moments when it goes up and down in your life. But, you know, we may stumble, but we always get up. God is always there to help us up. Just like he helped Peter out of the water when he was sinking in the sea. You know, He'll help you up out of that depressing, that stressful situation, and He'll bring you out of that, and He'll walk with you on top of the water. You know, and that's an amazing thing to think about, and it should bring you joy. It should bring you joy. Okay, and last but not least, the number one thing, the number three thing, but probably should be the number one thing that the enemy wants to take away from you is your life. He wants to take your life away from you. Jesus said that He come not only that you may have life, but that you may have life more abundantly. And your life is your life, man. That's the main thing that you have. It's the most valuable thing that you have is your life. And of course, man, if it's valuable, if it's good, if it's from God, then the enemy wants to take that, man. He wants to take your life. And he has been successful with that forever, man. He's been taking lives since day one, man. Since day one, he's been taking lives. And there's no reason to think he won't want to take yours or mine. So we have to speak life. We have to speak life. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. And of course, the enemy knows that, so he wants to speak, obviously, he wants to speak death. He wants to speak death into your mind, and he wants to get you to speak it out of your tongue, because he knows, like, your word is powerful. Your word is powerful. Your word causes things to happen. That's why you have to guard what you say, because what you say matters. Everything you say matters. Everything you say matters. So you have to guard what you say to yourself, guard what you say to other people, even guard what you're thinking, especially what you're thinking, because you think it first and then you say it, So the enemy wants to get you to think death. He wants to get you to think destruction, loss, pain, envy, jealousy. That's what the stuff the enemy and all those things bring about death at the end of the day. Like he plants the seed of death, he plants the seed of sin, and once that sin has grown, that's when you die. That's when death comes. So, man, we have to not have the fertile ground for those seeds of death that the enemy may try to plant. And and the enemy will use someone you love and trust to plant that seed of death in your head. He'll use your family, your friends, some random person on the internet. He'll use, people who you won't expect in your life to plant that seed of death in your brain, and to get you to eventually speak on it and then act on it, and then live in it. And the next thing you know, you're dead. So it's a scary thing, but yeah, once you're aware, once you have that knowledge, you can fight against it, man. I think he called it the helmet of salvation. It means to guard your mind from those types of thoughts that can lead to dying, that leads to death. God doesn't want you to die, man. He wants you to live. He wants you to be a living sacrifice. He doesn't want you to go out there killing in his name. No. He wants you to live in his name. To live in his name. And he handles everything else for you. That's the type of God that I serve. So yeah, the devil wants to take away your peace. He wants to take away your joy. And he, lastly, but not least, wants to take your life. And those are three important things that we have to guard. No matter if you're a believer, yes, but even if you're not a believer, those are three things you need, man. Those are three things you need, and you have to guard those three things. I don't see how you're going to guard it without God, without Jesus Christ, because you can say you follow your heart, but your heart is deceitful, man. Your heart, just because you feel it in you that this is right, doesn't mean it's right. You can still be wrong. The Bible says the heart is deceitful, who can know it? So just because you feel it, you feel like this is right, or you feel like that's what you should do, doesn't mean that is right and that's what you should do at the end of the day. You can't even trust your heart. You can't trust yourself, man. You need someone. You need someone, because he is someone. He isn't something. You need someone who is God to guide you with his spirit, to help you discern these things that's going on, and help you to help you discern your thoughts, and keep you always thinking in joy and peace and life in your life. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that, man. I just thought about it today, and I hope this gets to someone. I hope someone watches the whole thing, and I hope it blessed you. But if you enjoyed this, let me know. Leave a comment below what you think about this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give me a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Follow me on IG. I have links in the description below. And also, if you want to leave a donation to help support me in this movement, I got some donation links below as well. But God bless you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I love you all. Peace.